Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Sly here with Flo, and today we're going to talk about a report from the SF Niners, Brad, talking about Robert Nkemdiche signing with the 49ers or going to sign with the 49ers. We don't know if it's official yet. Brad, sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong. I know where he was wrong when he talked about Alex Mack being on the Niners, and I kind of ran with it too, so it wasn't true. It turned out to be it was Brunskill in that video. A few other times he was wrong, but I think he might be right here. What do you think, man? If we get him, what do you think about it?
Yeah, man, I do like it because you're getting a first round talent and you're just adding to that tackle depth chart, man. Obviously, got a ton of guys there already: Kinlaw, Armstead, Ridgeway, Givens, Davis, Hurst, and Atkins, and then you add this guy to the mix too. You're gonna be able to keep your line fresh throughout the year. Obviously, he's only had really one big season where I believe he had 4.5 sacks. I think that was in 2018. Other than that, he hasn't produced too much, mostly an assist guy. But he does have that talent. Like I said, he's a first-round guy, so we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. The thing I know about Robert Nkemdiche, because I remember I used to always follow the draft like hardcore, and he was probably projected to be a top 10 pick, but he had off-field issues. And let me tell you guys right now, there's two things in this world that can't fly: bird poop and Robert Nkemdiche. I don't know if you guys remember the story of him jumping off the third building in college where he was all busted up and bloody, man. Robert, you can't fly, bro. You just can't. Talking about him on the football field, 2018, 4.5 sacks. That was his best year. He's been pretty solid against the run, but he's shown flashes, really hasn't done much, though. I think that was his last time getting a sack was 2018, so it's going to be hard for him to beat out any of these guys, but do I like it? Absolutely, man. I'm a guy that's in love with the defensive line, man. When we got rid of our boy DJ Jones, that pissed me off, man. That pissed me off a lot just because I knew the guy was a stud, and I loved him, and I love myself defensive linemen. The reason these defenses have been so good because of the defensive line. Remember back in Harbaugh's year, we had that depth at the defensive line that made our cornerbacks look good. So if he could come and compete, you never know. With our defensive coach, alliance coach, Chris Kosarek, we have a chance because that guy gets the best out of everybody. And if you can't get it done, then obviously you're gone, because we couldn't get it with Solomon Thomas. With Chris Kosarek, it wasn't going to happen. So I like this, man. I know a lot of people are bitching on YouTube right now talking about, who cares? Just another defensive line. Dude, that's what wins championships right there. That defensive line, that got us to the NFC Championship. That defensive line and Deebo Samuel. So I'm not hating on it, man. If he doesn't make the team, that's fine, man. But just let him see what he got. Let's see the competition begin, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, man, you're absolutely right. Football games are usually won in the trenches on both sides of the ball. And as long as this guy comes in, like you said, mentally right, because he does have that prior history. But if he comes in mentally right, like you said, we have the best defensive line coach in the game, and he can get the most out of you if you're there mentally. If you're checked out, you're doing all this crazy stuff, jumping off buildings, it's not going to work out.
Yeah, man. Like in college, though, I liked him. I liked him a lot, man. I knew that he had that talent and worth, but it just seems like he just has other stuff that he deals with, that can't get that full potential. I think our defensive line coach is going to push his ass, and try to get his ass a big contract coming up. So it happened before, man. We've done this before. I remember we got first-round guys that we considered bust at the time. Glenn Dorsey comes to mind. Who remembers Glenn Dorsey, that first-round pick? I believe he was a second pick by the Kansas City Chiefs. He turned out to be a pretty solid player for us, remember, with the Harbaugh. So it's happened before, man. Verrett, another guy that comes to mind. Chargers, San Diego drafted him, just got rid of him, said he was done. We brought him in 2020. He was a 7th best rated PFF player as far as cornerbacks go. So we've done this before, man, where we have guys that out there for dead and coming first round picks, and then they'd come up, turn it around, and then they get a nice contract after. So it could happen. We'll see. I'm excited, man.
The one thing I do got to bring up, though, I don't want to put any bad juju on this guy, but we have dealt with a little bit of some kind of off-the-wall kind of guys before. Aldon Smith, Reuben Foster, to name a few. Do you think this happens again, or?
At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because he's a low risk, high reward. Because this guy is not a first round pick like those other guys were, So he's a guy that's going to come in and he makes one F up and he's gone. With the other guys, we couldn't do that because we invested so much high. They were top 10 picks, first round picks. I believe Reuben Foster, the 28th pick, which we traded up to get, which was ridiculous. So it's just a low risk, high reward. And at the end of the day, I think it's smart, man.
Yeah, and I guess as long as we get at least one good year or 2 good years like those other guys, it'll be worth it too, right? Because
Yeah. So, but it's, like I said, it's going to be hard. He's not going to just come in and like you're going to make the team. He's got to stand out. He's got to stand out in preseason. He's got to stand out in the off season because he ain't gonna just make this team because we have so much depth right there. You know, I believe we're going to keep 11, 10, maybe 11 guys right now at the defensive line. So he's going to have to step it up because, like I said, he's going to have to beat out guys like Kevin Givens or someone like a Hurts, and that's going to be hard to do, man, because those guys are pretty much established and they're solid players. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, but wish him the best of luck. Hopefully he could make this team.
all right, well, you guys let us know in the comments what you guys think about this new edition. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.